Welcome back, everybody. This is channel first video game review, and today we're reviewing Donkey Kong Bananza. We have special guest Hayden, by the way.
Hello.
So,
Thank you for having me.
overall general thoughts on Donkey Kong Bananza?
I think Donkey Kong Bananza is a delight.
A little bit of background. Hayden is much more of a Nintendo fan than I am. I think you played way more Nintendo games, classic Nintendo games. Old school. So I think when comparing this to like all the other Donkey Kong games, where do you rank this?
So it's hard to say. It doesn't feel much like a Donkey Kong Country game at all. Those are the 2D side scrollers. Those are their own thing. This doesn't really feel like the same thing at all.
You're giving like a serious take. Looking like this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's a hard comparison because the Donkey Kong Country games, those are those 2D side scrollers, and they're their own thing. Those feel like Crash Bandicoot, and I'm a slut for Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
This is like Mario Odyssey 2 is what this feels like.
It really does.
And I don't want to just like boil it down to just comparisons to other games, but it's like a sequel to Odyssey with a little bit of Breath of the Wild, like some of the things they learned about open world, open, non-linear level design. So it really doesn't feel like any other Donkey Kong game, I don't think. Not even DK64, which is that's the last like 3D game.
Yeah.
That we got way back when. This is its own thing. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's just everything good about good Nintendo games. It's a good first party. These are guys who know what they're doing, and they're good at their craft.
I think my thing with it is I've never played a game quite like Donkey Kong Bananza where it's like you can destroy, you can level everything you see in the game, except for like very few things. You could just destroy it, and that was like a mechanic that at first, we're gonna get the negatives out of the way first.
Yeah.
The beginning of the game, like the first 45 minutes or so, this seems to be a pretty common complaint amongst people, is like the first 45 minutes was like really disorienting for me. I remember like getting like a little motion sickness almost playing it. But once it opens up and you go through different layers, it like gets better. It doesn't bother me nearly as bad. But those first 45 minutes were a little rough, and I like have to tell people you got to push through those first 45 minutes. I don't know if you felt that.
Yeah, it took me a minute to really like get into the game. I think the first two or three worlds, it just felt like I was like TikTok brain rot, like I was just eating junk food.
Yeah.
And like, it's really fun running around collecting gold, but I didn't feel like I was doing a whole lot. I didn't feel like I was thinking about anything I was doing. It felt not just easy, but like just kind of brain dead. But then once it starts getting difficult and throwing ideas at you, it feels more like it should. It feels more like a Nintendo game. That's maybe my only beef with the game. Everything negative I have to say about the game is just because I've played Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think that's like a perfect Nintendo game. I think it does everything you'd want, like an open platformer kind of collect-a-thon style game like this. That's like the new gold standard. I think Donkey Kong is fun in a lot of different ways. Like destroying stuff is a lot of fun. I don't know if it's necessarily conducive to the other parts of the game. It's fun to destroy stuff, but it's not always used in a lot of interesting ways. Like Mario's the hat mechanic thing.
Yeah.
It's like you can do so many things with that. You can capture this little bird guy and he flips you up when you stab the wall, and you can be a caterpillar that stretches, and there's like a million things you can do. And they just move on from like one idea to another. Yeah. And then DK, there's kind of only one thing that you can do, and it's not always that interesting.
Yeah. Well, there is a level up mechanic in the game where you can spend those points.
Spend your nanners. You get like 5, and then you can Skyrim level up.
Yeah.
I do think that's pretty cool. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah. And the Bananza Forms themselves, like you got to learn. That's the difference between I think this and Mario Odyssey is the enemies. They're easy to kill regardless. Like the main bosses, they're easy to kill. It was the little guys that you have to find a way to kill them, a new way. Every new layer you go through, you gotta I gotta use this form to kill this guy, because there were some of those freaking, what do you call them, like the little crocodile guys? Like there were some of them where I'm like, I don't know how to take this guy out other than just hit him off the edge. But then you go into one of the little triangle fight or
like little
rooms,
battle arenas, and they teach you how to kill them.
And you gotta like go through it fast. And there were a couple where I spent at least 20-30 minutes trying to beat one of them. Like some of those are really fun. And that's where this game really shines for me is all of the little challenges you find throughout the game.
Yeah.
It's not the story is actually a level up
Oh, yeah.
from like a Mario Odyssey.
Absolutely.
I think the story is like a Pixar movie almost with Pauline and Donkey Kong. I think those two play off each other really well. There's a segment of the game where you're apart, and I won't spoil what happens, but you feel it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I miss Pauline. Like, that was a good heartfelt moment. You realize, like, oh, I need this little kid.
No, it's a lot like, I mean, I think the last game that did it that well was like The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah,
where you're
totally.
Like, like you actually, your partner isn't just like a obnoxious
Yeah.
escort mission. Like, oh, this is like a partner that helps me, and
Yep.
now I'm sad that she's gone.
And and there were like, I mean, gameplay wise, there were so many like times that I would go through a level and I would get to a main boss fight without like, I think the correct way to actually get to that fight. And I was like, the game trusted me enough, at least to me, and I could see that being a complaint for some people, where it's like, oh, the game, I just got to this fight and the fight started, but I didn't have anything leading up to that. To me, it was like, oh, the game trusts me enough to figure out I got to do this, and then I got to get the record pieces, and I got to bring them back up.
Yeah.
You know?
I do think that's where like the Breath of the Wild stuff comes from. Like, okay, let's let them just get from A to Z however they want. I think that works a lot better in a more action adventure kind of Zelda game than it does in a more platform game, where it's the fun of that stuff for me is a really specific challenge. Like, hey, here's a platforming challenge. You got to figure out how to get across this poison lake doing the, whatever. And sometimes I felt like I got sidetracked because I found a fossil and I was digging into the earth.
Yeah.
And then I popped up somewhere else and I was like, where the hell am I?
Yeah.
And I felt like I missed a lot of the fun stuff. And I never felt that way with Mario Odyssey, where it's like there's so much to do, but you kind of always can see where you're supposed to go. It's always clear when you're on a detour and when you're like back on the main path.
Yeah.
And that was another little complaint I had here. There was a couple times where I did get disoriented. I'm like, I don't know where I am or what I'm actually supposed to do right now.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And maybe that's where the disorienting feeling I had came from, was at the beginning. It definitely does. It just throws you into it.
Yeah.
Like, do you even get like a semi-tutorial? I don't remember.
It just like teaches you your moves. It teaches you, which is important.
And then it's like, okay, figure it out from here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is weird. And it felt very closed in.
I think the combat's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think the bosses kind of suck until the very end of the game.
I felt that way about Mario Odyssey, though. Like, the bosses in this felt the same to Mario Odyssey, where it's like you got bonk them on the head 3 times.
See, that's where I did, because like some of them, yeah, but then you got, okay, the big Aztec rock dude in the desert world. I think that fight was so fun. You got to capture his fist and punch himself in the face.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. I thought the dragon was just fun because of how out of place it was, and it was actually kind of a tough fight.
Yeah.
I feel like the final boss in this game was a lot of fun. He's like actually hard, and he should be. But like his little minions, like the chick and the big dude.
Which are they even like his minions?
I don't know.
Like their loyalty there is all over the damn place.
No consistency.
but
yeah, I just thought those fights could have been better.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, the enemies, that's where all the fun is, because it's like, okay, now this guy's made out of lava. How do I fight him now? And then this guy's made of that material that changes when you're in the light or the dark. That was super cool.
Yeah, that's used pretty sparingly though. Throughout the game.
Yeah, I think that's where most of the cool ideas are, is like the materials. That's kind of like that's the meat and potatoes, is like, what material is this made of and what do you do with it?
Yep.
There's the rainbow stuff that makes you fly up, and there's
there's the one where you would punch it and then it would show up on like a different step.
the goo stuff. That was my favorite.
That was a pretty cool way too. Like, I had to figure out, the game doesn't tell you this. It's just like,
just figure it out.
Hey, there's a point in the game where it branches off and you got to pick one, but you got to go
you
back
both
over
of
to the
them,
other
you
one.
just
But
pick.
it's like, it doesn't tell you got to go back. You just got to figure that out.
Yep.
So
I think most of the levels were really unique and stood out, and they were a lot of fun. They all had their own flavor. There weren't a lot that I didn't like. I didn't love the elephant one, like the rainy. I just thought that one was kind of bland. Most of them, like, I loved the snake one with the desert. The part of the game where you don't have Pauline, I think that level's really cool. Most of them they all stand out. Like, they're all unique.
the finale of the game is what won me over a lot, which I was having a lot of fun. I mean, even leading up to that point, and then you get to the finale and it's like the finale is on a different level altogether. And the game does something really clever. If we're getting towards like the end of the video, the game does something really clever in the post game, I think, where it's like, now you have a different thing you can do. It keeps you going. It's like New Game Plus, but not New Game Plus. You have like a different adventure you could do now. It's like you get more stuff to do and it flows naturally, and it's just a good time. This is what's interesting is you have like a major video game nerd like Hayden, and I'm very casual video game nerd. Like I don't know.
Don't sell yourself short, brother.
Brother, I don't know Donkey.
You're an Elden Lord
at all. I'm an Elden Lord. I did do that.
I see. Like you're not as much into like the old school retro stuff.
Not at all.
You don't have like the context of.
No. So like there's. What?
He says you're not into the dumb stuff.
I guess I'm just a smart guy.
I'm into intellectual games.
There's quite a few cameos in this game that I'm sure are awesome if you're like a Donkey Kong fan. But for me, I was like, oh, this is just a fun little race car game.
Yeah.
But
and I'm not like a ride or die Donkey Kong. You know, I was like, oh, that's fun. The little rhino showed up. I remember him.
So Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Donkey Kong Bananza.
I think
rank those three.
Mario Odyssey clears this for sure, in my opinion.
Wow, over Breath of the Wild even?
Over Breath of the Wild, maybe.
Wow.
They're just so different, but because Donkey Kong Bananza, that feels like a kind of a fusion of those two. I think Mario Odyssey, that is like S tier Nintendo. Like it's the best of the best.
Wow.
I think Breath of the Wild is maybe right behind it. It does so many things
Breath
really
of the Wild
well.
and Tears of the Kingdom are like
I love
some
them.
of the best games I've ever played in my life.
I got a weird relationship with Zelda. I've never like loved Zelda the way I love like Mario, the way other people love Zelda.
Yeah, and I don't love Zelda either. I just love those two.
Yeah, I do think they did a lot really well. I think they're fantastic. I'd still probably put Breath of the Wild above DK Bananza, but I'm just trying to account for recency bias. I mean, I love DK.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I would probably go back and play Donkey Kong more often. But I think
I agree with that.
But I think like the average and like the highs of the highs of Breath of the Wild, those are just like top notch.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Dang.
This is a fun one to replay. Do we want to talk about the DLC?
Yeah. Yeah, we can discuss it.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. We want to get into this. This game was $70 on release, which fine. I'm already biting the bullet, right? Like I already bought the Switch 2. I'm going to buy the game that I bought the system for.
Right.
I bought it for Mario Kart World, and I'm waiting for Donkey Kong Bananza. I shell out $70, and then a month later, has it even been 2 months?
Barely, yeah. Maybe 2 months.
The DLC itself being $20, which we talked about it when they announced it, because they didn't announce the price. They just said, oh, hey, this new DLC is coming.
Not a good sign.
Like, is it going to be free? I'll shell out $10.
Yeah,
that was like
that's how
my
I
max.
felt.
That's like I'm going to spend $10 on the DLC.
Because it's just a world. It's an extra world, extra layer, which is like it's like the old DK64 map, and then it's a new mode, which is like you can play in a couple different layers.
Oh, you can't even play it in all the layers?
Not in every. It's in like several. I don't know how many. I need to look it up.
Okay.
But you can't play it in every world.
Wow.
It's in a few. So it's like that doesn't. Mario Odyssey had their little balloon mode, which was like pretty tiny.
Is that the Luigi one?
I think, yeah, you can like, it's where you hide the balloon. You start at a point, and then you go somewhere and you hide a balloon.
Okay,
and
yeah.
someone else has to try and go get it. That's a lot of fun. But it probably didn't take a lot of effort to add in, but it was free. It was a fun mode.
What is good DLC?
What is good DLC?
What's an example of it?
To me, good DLC is it's a cop-out answer, but you know what I'm going to say?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Elden Ring. The DLC
an expansion.
for Elden Ring.
Yeah.
That's a beefcake of a DLC.
Could have been another game.
It could have been its own game.
And
But that's also $50. So like what are we talking about? Like that's $50. That's a $30 difference between this Donkey Kong Bananza DLC and Elden Ring. What the hell was it called? Elden Ring
Shadow of the
Erd Tree. That's a $30 difference. There is so much more to do in Shadow of the Erd Tree. I easily shelled out $50 for Shadow of the Erd Tree.
And
I'm holding off for this until it's cheaper.
I don't feel really inclined. It's like, oh, that looks fun. I wish it just was added to the game in a
Yeah.
But is it fair to compare those?
I think it's fair to compare it to like Mario Odyssey's DLC or other, because the Air Tree, that's like a very
I guess I just
different
don't.
beast.
Yeah, I don't know enough about this DLC. I need to know more. Like, how big is it? How long?
They didn't sell it very well.
Is it going to be 5 hours of play? Is it
Yeah.
going to be 10 hours of play? Is it going to be like if it's a roguelike, am I going to get just unlimited time trying to beat?
Yeah.
Like, if that's the case, like maybe.
They didn't explain enough. They said there's a new world, and they showed a little bit, and then they said there's a new mode, and they explained the mode, but yeah, I don't know.
So do you even know a whole lot about this?
Not because I'm not interested,
Yeah.
really.
So
I'm like, I don't want to spend $20 more on this game.
that has been one thing that has kind of driven me crazy about the Switch 2 so far. Is we didn't even get a Mario game announced. I thought for
No,
sure.
and I don't
we're
think that's
gonna
coming for a while.
You don't think?
Because this was the team who would have made this game.
See, to
you know?
me, my brain just immediately said they're releasing it in the middle of summer, so all the Nintendo nerds can get their hands on it, and then around Christmas we're gonna drop the gold. Like this is
Yeah.
every kid is gonna want to buy the Nintendo because of this new Mario game.
I think
you
it'll
don't
be
think
a
that's
while.
happening.
I think it'll be a couple years.
Wow. Okay.
Because this is like EPD, that's their A team.
Yeah.
They worked on this, and the last one they made before that was,
What, Tears of
I
the
don't know,
Kingdom
Tears
or
of the
something?
Kingdom probably. I don't know if they made anything between that.
Wow.
And I'm sure there's like sub teams that do different stuff, but I
Dang.
do think it's going to be a minute. Because the last Mario game we got was Mario Wonder. That was great, but not as big as like this, you know.
No. Yeah, this is kind of its own thing.
So we're due for a new 3D Mario,
Yeah.
but we're gonna have to wait, I think.
Darn.
I think the music, we didn't talk about the music. I
Yeah,
think it's great.
yeah.
A lot of callbacks to the old Super Nintendo music. It was always good.
That's all you got for the music?
That's all I got.
Dang.
It wasn't like, again, I can't not compare it to Mario Odyssey. I think that's got some great music, and there wasn't a lot on Bananza that I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I gotta go back and listen to that song. It's all right.
And the stuff that is kind of tied directly to that.
Yeah.
So overall, I'm feeling like a strong 9 to a light 10 on this game. Like it seemed like I was complaining quite a bit, but it's just little nitpicks.
It's all
really.
just in comparison.
Because
yeah.
when I'm playing a video game, it's like, am I locked in the entire time I'm playing it? And I was locked in the entire time I was playing Donkey Kong Bananza. Like this is my favorite game of the year so far.
Yep.
I can't think of anything that even comes close that I've played so far.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think
I'm in the
9
middle of
9 out 10.
Expedition 33 though, so cut me some slack on that.
That could do it.
I can feel people getting pissed.
Yeah.
Have you played Expedition 33? I'm in the middle of it. Relax.
Nintendo
Yeah.
fanboy.
Yeah, Nintendo shill.
Yeah, I feel 9 out of 10. I think it's about what you expect out of this team.
Yep.
This is a big mainline Nintendo game, and it looks a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Yep. I'll play this more than I'll play Mario Odyssey, and I know that's a hot take for you.
Yeah, I still want to go back. Like, it made me want to go play Odyssey again because I just remembered how good that game was, and
Yeah.
it kept reminding me of things I liked about it.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's all we got for Donkey Kong Bananza. Let us know if you guys have played it, what you think. Comment below, subscribe. What'd you think of this sexy beast the whole time? Is DK cosplay? That's how you know he's a fan.
let me know if you want me back.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what else you'd like me to wear?
Even less. Oh boy. All right. See you in the next one. Peace.